There are countless options, Aquarius. She is a spiritual baddie. It means that you're a human being. It means that you're alive. Before we get started today, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that this is a difficult and dark time in the world for many of us right now. And I am coming into all of these readings with that understanding and awareness. And nothing that is shared here is intended to mitigate whatever else might be going on in your life at the moment. I see tarot as a way to empower oneself to be able to see things more clearly and know exactly where to take action when maybe the next best step isn't so clear. So with that, we will get into our readings for this month. Thank you. Aquarius! Welcome to your March reading.
As always, we'll be using our classic Mystic Compass spread, starting here at the north. This card will represent the area of your life that has to do with housing, finances, career, etc. And then we've got an action item to follow. Over here to the east, we've got our thoughts, mindset, focus, dreams, as well as an action item to complement. Down here at the south, we've got our passions, our belief systems, anything that gets us really fired up, that gets us going, and our motivation, as well as a corresponding action item. Over here to the west, we've got our feelings and emotions, anything that is touching us in a deep emotional way, as well as an action item that corresponds. Finally, we've got one card in the center to tie everything together to show us what exactly we are looking at as the main point of the reading of this month and how everything is interconnected.
To the north, we've got the Four of Pentacles. So we're doubling down on the pentacles and the earth element here. That is your housing, finances, and career in general. And so this is telling me that there's a hoarding of resources. Maybe this is something that's been on your mind. Maybe you're not sure where to put your money. Maybe you're not sure where to, maybe you're not sure about moving jobs or moving houses, residences. But regardless, there's a hoarding of material wealth here. And anytime this comes up, I have to share that there is, when you're hoarding those resources, it's creating stagnance in your wealth, in your flow of income and resources. So the invitation here is to share more of your time and more of your money. If you don't have money to share, you have time. Based on what I'm seeing here, though, you do have money that can be shared, and that doesn't have to be a lot. It can be a simple a small donation of goods to a local homeless shelter or an animal shelter, or a small donation, monetary donation to cancer research or some other medical condition research, something like that. This is an invitation for you to open up your generosity and be more philanthropic, meaning that you're sharing time, money, or other resources with the community. And community means a lot of different things. That could be your local community where you live, your state, your country, or a social group that you belong to. Maybe you're part of a nonprofit 501c3 dance troupe, and you could donate more funds to that particular organization. There are countless options, Aquarius. Okay, let's see what your action item is here. Six of Swords. This is a great omen. This is indicative of moving from one situation to another, point A to point B. Typically, it's moving from a less desirable situation to a more desirable one. And so that is indicating that we're moving from something that is maybe more difficult for us towards something that's a bit easier, or something that we just don't want to be involved in anymore, to something that's better. That could be for your housing, that could be for your finances, and that could be for your career. So maybe some of you are in a job that you don't like, and you've been applying, and you're just not getting anywhere, or it doesn't feel like you're getting anywhere. And this is a positive omen that you are getting to the place that you're meant to be. So that's great news, Aquarius. Let's see, next we're moving over to the east. So this is our air element and things of the mind, where our focus is our dreams. King of Pentacles. So there's a lot of thought around money. I'm not surprised based on what initially popped out here for you. So there's a lot of thought around where money is coming from, how you're spending money, what money is used for, how some of you are comparing yourselves to others in your use and spending of money, and that is not necessarily beneficial. It can be to get ideas of how to spend money and how to save and things like that, but comparing yourself to another person, you both have two completely different lives. So a better way might be to compare with yourself and figure out how it is that you would like to be better with money. And not just a vague statement like, I want to be better with money. It's more like, it's a specific statement like, I'm going to be better with money by saving $50 a month. Something like that. Or I'm going to be better with money by canceling one of my 5 TV streaming subscriptions and using that money to invest. So some of you are thinking about investing and you're not sure how to do that. I do have an affiliate link in my description box below that is a wonderful program that I highly recommend to teach you how to invest, and everybody should be investing. Everybody who's not a billionaire should be investing. So in looking at what we were talking about earlier with the hoarding of resources and then moving from a less desirable situation to a more desirable one, this is all interconnected. So once you release that hold, that stagnance on your material items and your finances, you're going to be in more flow. You're going to have more opportunities present themselves, because you're going to be released from that money wound, from that poverty wound. Some of you grew up in poverty or in lower socioeconomic status households, and you're moving away from that. Okay, you just have to trust that you're moving away from that, and that you have a better life waiting for you on the other side. I know it's easier said than done, and there's a lot of work that goes into that. And if you're looking to work with a spiritual guide, I can be that person. Please reach out to me, and we can see what opportunities are available for you in that realm. Moving on to what is your action item in this East placement. We've got the 5 of Wands. So this card is showing us conflict. So some of you are too concerned with what other people are thinking of you and about your thoughts and your choices, instead of focusing on what you know to be true yourself. And if you stay true to what you know and you know is the right step for you, without caring what other people are thinking or going to think, you are going to be much better off, because you have that guiding light inside of you that is in showing you which way to go, which way you're moving in your life. And you can do so with confidence and with a sense of knowing. Let's see what we have down for you in the South placement. This is our fire element. Queen of Wands, also the fire element. So we're doubling down on this message here, which is super bad bitch energy. She is a spiritual baddie. She has everything on lock. She has a daily practice. She is knowing of herself and who she is, both as a human being but also as a spiritual being. She does not require permission from others. Let's see what else is going on here with your action item. 5 of Pentacles. So there's a part of you that doesn't believe that this is you already. And it could be a big part of you, it could be a small part of you. I don't know. Each person is on their own journey and in their own space in that journey. And what you must realize is that what you seek is seeking you. So the energy that you're putting out into the world is what you're going to receive, because that is law of attraction. So if you are focused on lower vibrational, if you're emitting lower vibrational frequencies such as uncertainty, boredom, depression, sadness, anger, you're not going to find those are the frequencies that you're going to find around you. But if you get up every morning and you say, yes, I'm a bad bitch, I'm walking outside, I'm with my head held high, and I am confident, and I know myself, I know what I stand for, that is what you're going to find. So part of that is coming out of this poverty mindset that we were talking about earlier. Part of it is shifting out of that, out of the assumption that, times are always going to be hard. I'm never going to make enough money. I'm always struggling with finances. Getting out of that and moving towards what is truly meant for you. And attracting what is truly meant for you. Okay? It's a process. We're advancing through all of this. This is I'm seeing here that this is rather slow moving. There are few moments where things are faster, but I'm seeing a lot of push and pull throughout this process. So there are some moments where you're on top of the world and you got everything down, and you need very little to support you and to make you happy. But then there's this doubt that comes in, and allowing others to impede your own thoughts and your own confidence, but also allowing yourself to impede your own thoughts and your own confidence. And so there's this whole push and pull I'm seeing amongst all of these cards, because we're going back and forth with a lot. So you have to, Aquarius, remember, stay on the path, stick with what you know to be true, that is for you, really, truly. Moving over to the West, we've got our water element over here with the feelings and emotions, and we have the Ace of Swords. Interesting. We've got, this is a beginning, a new beginning. These are new thoughts. In this particular placement, this is new thoughts around how you express your emotions, or rather, a new focus on your emotions. So maybe you're not used to focusing on emotions. Maybe you're focusing more on thoughts, or more on actions. But this is asking you to really focus on your emotions and how you feel from moment to moment, and learn from that. And it doesn't mean that you have to change anything in that exact moment. You're just noticing how you react to things, how you act day to day. Let's see, what is your action item here? We have the Ace of Cups. Interesting. We've got double aces over here. And with this being a water sign, we're doubling up on that water element as well. So we're doubling up on the newness of it all, of this being very beginner, very entry level. But then we're also doubling up on the feeling and learning how to feel. Learning how to express your feelings is another thing here. So you're learning how to recognize your feelings, you're learning how to express your feelings. A lot of us, myself included, have been taught to push down our feelings, especially in the workplace, because it is not professional to have emotions in the workplace. But guess what? We're human beings, and human beings are meant to have feelings all the time. So it doesn't matter if you're at work and you feel emotional about something. It means that you're a human being. It means that you're alive. So this is a re-invitation to relearn yourself and relearn your emotions from a very beginner level, from a very beginner stage, and just start exploring how you feel from moment to moment. If you notice a shift in emotion, if you suddenly got angry about something, or you suddenly became sad about something, write it down, make a note, and you can revisit that later and write down what were the experiences around that. What was the setting? Were there other people around? What was the location and all of that? Finally, we have one more card for you, Aquarius, to wrap everything up and see how everything all ties together for the month. Two of Wands. Aquarius, you are planting seeds. Yes, you are planting spiritual seeds that you can harvest at a future date. This is another, this isn't beginner, but it's relatively beginner, because you're just now learning what it is that you want to plant. You know, you've been acquainted with some concepts and some ideas and some options of paths that you can take, and you're in the process of now taking action with what you've learned to start planting those seeds for what you envision for yourself in the future, especially in your spiritual life. So we were talking about the Queen of Wands. This is planting those seeds to figure out how we get there. So that's doing a lot of the poverty mindset and scarcity mindset work that I was talking about. To get beyond that is a huge piece of this. And there's still this sort of like push and pull and this tug of war internally and externally with you, Aquarius. But overall, this is moving us in a new direction, where we'll have more movement that is hopefully quicker, and we can have less stagnance in a future state. Thank you so much, Aquarius. I love having you here. I would love to hear how all of this is affecting you, and any other feedback that you want to share. I hope to see you all in the comments. Please like, share, comment below. Check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for a fuller picture of what is in store for you this month. Thank you. Bye.